All right, here we have the Slash Mid-Motor 2.0 Street Conversion Kit. It's shown here with Energy upgrades, aluminum upgrades, banded rear arms, and the front has aluminum upgrades. The kit does not come with your front end assembly, your arms, your front knuckle, bulkhead, your shock tower, or anything from the rear on. Your transmission case, your arms, your links here, your shocks, your shock tower. The kit does not come with that. You use that from your existing Slash, or you could do what we did, showing it in this video here. You could just buy what you need from Energy, or from Traxxas for that matter. It's a lot cheaper way of doing it. The kit will come with the 3mm thick chassis, your multi-use battery system that'll go from 2-cell to 6-cell. You have 2 ways of locking it down. You got Velcro strap across the top. This puts you at about 19 and change millimeters high. Or you could switch the posts out to these here, which are 25mm high, and you could remove the thumb screws and put the top brace in place. So 2 ways of doing it. It comes with the steering servo mounts, side rails, cross braces here, all the hardware screws to mount it. It comes with the wheelie bar rear plate with the wheelie bar wheel, all the hardware to mount it. This hole here is for you to attach a turnbuckle from any of these locations. Best to use the furthest one. And it comes with a front bumper. The front bumper mounts right under here. You use your 4mm existing screws from Traxxas. You could use it or not use it, that's up to you. Then you have your spaces and your M3 by 30mm long screw and M3 nuts. What this here is, a lot of people can't figure out how to hook up their front steering. You put your servo here, any standard size servo. We typically recommend the low profile style. You mount your servo here with a servo saver. You attach 2 ball studs on each side of your servo saver. Then from there, you're going to attach your ball links right here, and another one right here. Once you attach those on there, straighten out your front steering knuckle and measure the distance between it. And you want to leave a little bit of room. I'm going to show you here. You don't want to max it all the way out. You want to come maybe about halfway in to your ball link. Some ball links from Traxxas are long, like you see here. Some are short. You can use either one you want. So once you put those on, you're going to measure between those 2 points. That's going to tell you the length of turnbuckle that you need. Now you could get a turnbuckle from Traxxas, or you could get the titanium ones from Lunsford Racing. They have them on their website, many sizes in inches and millimeters. The one, just make sure the one that you're going to get is going to be the same diameter as the links you use. So you might need the 4mm diameter. This one's shown as a 3mm diameter. That's how easy it is to set the front steering up. We have a lot of people that can't figure it out. It's a direct steering. As you notice, the front end is flipped upright. When you're street racing, you don't need angled suspension, which is for jumps and bumps. You're going in a straight line A to B. So that's going to give you a parallel to the ground suspension, just like a real drag car. We will have a shorter shock tower coming out real soon for these as well. A lot of guys just cut them down, put new holes in. You know, you could customize it any way you want. This bolts on with your 4mm screws that you get from Traxxas. Does not come with it. As you see here, the brace rail bolts right to the front part of the front bulkhead, it locks your front end in place. Now, typically with the angled front end, the only thing that's holding onto the chassis is these screws right here, right at the edge. Not a very good structure point. It's easy to snap there. That's another reason why we flipped it around. So now your chassis is braced to your front end, and your front end has 4 bolts. Much more stronger front end. We got the Black Widow cut out there. We got the transmission cut out. The Energy has, as you can see, the stock Traxxas one has part of it comes out right here and sticks out. And there's a little tab underneath that actually will fit right in there. Proline transmission is pretty much kind of the same as you see right here. Original shock tower, original shocks. Like I said, Bandit rear arms. We upgraded ours with some aluminum parts. There you have it. That's the assembly of the 2.0 mid-motor slash, which is also the same as Rustler, Stampede, Bandit. Also the same bulkhead in the front, same transmission in the rear. So whatever one of those vehicles you have, you could easily put it on this kit as well. And this is the same stock wheelbase as the Slash. So all those street bodies from J Concepts, Parima, all those bodies will fit on there. Same width, track width of the wheels, same wheelbase. Just turns it into a more street racer. You don't need a bell crank. That's why there's a direct steering. If you have to steer, then you have something set up wrong. Once you have it tuned and set up right, you'll go A to B. So a lot of that added weight has been removed that's unnecessary for street racing. Another thing too is you could also put your ESC on the back if you want. So you keep your short wires from your motor to your ESC. So many ways of setting it up. You could even put your receiver under here if you want, your ESC there. You know, multiple ways of doing it. The only thing is you're going to need to connect your steering servo to your ESC. So you could get a steering servo extension cable and just run it right along the channel there, right along this side, right into the back. So several ways of doing it. So there you have the Slash mid-motor 2.0 kit. The rear motor 2.0 kit is pretty much identical to this, except you're going to have this part here is going to curve in, and you're going to have this ESC plate is going to be up here, and it's going to have a body post. The only difference. So it's going to come with, you got your short 1/4 inch pan head screws here. On the bottom you got 1/4 inch flat pan head screws there. For the bottom of here you have 1/4 inch pan head thumb screws. And then here you're going to have underneath where the servo mounts bolt 3/8 pan head screws. It comes with the 4mm longer bolts right here and the nuts. Comes with the 30mm by M3 long screws, spacer and nuts. The only thing you will need is your turnbuckle. So depending on what servo saver you use and how you're connecting the steering linkage A to B, so you basically do identical. You're going to connect to your steering servo and you're going to connect to your steering knuckle. Then you're going to do the same for the opposite side. So depending on what servo saver you use, everybody might have a different length. So that's why that is, we don't know what length to give you. Easy enough to find, easy enough to do. So there you have it, guys. Like I said, this is the mid-motor slash 2.0 kit. Mid-motor and rear motor pretty much identical. The front's still flipped around. As you see here, the rear assembly of your Slash is flipped around as well. That's what gives you your mid-motor onto here. The rear motor, it's going to be in the original position. Use your original components, your original screws to bolt it to it. Same with the front and the bumper. There you have it. Hope you enjoy.